and then. Truly, take the time to understand and listen to me. Those things were important to me, and I refused to accept Chris being a good, loyal man as a trade-off for what I needed to have in a loving, stable marriage. Don't get it twisted. I loved Chris. I did. I always had, but I was not in love with him. I owed him a lot. I had known he was the one when we met in college at a campus party. "Look, I'm not interested," I had said to some random guy who approached me at the party. "Come on, enough with the playing hard to get shit. Come here," the random guy had said, pulling on my arm. "No," I said, scrunching up my face and yanking my arm out of his grip. "She said no, so leave her alone before there's a problem," Chris said, coming to my rescue. "Who the fuck?" random guy began, but then he turned around and saw Chris, Will, and Lou standing behind him. They were all huge, but Chris looked the most intimidating. He was about 6'1" and was ripped like a Greek god. "Trust me, brother, you don't want this type of problem," Chris said, as he folded his arms and rested them against his chiseled chest. "My bad. I didn't know she was with you," random guy said as he walked away. "Thanks for that," I said, liking how sexy Chris looked. "It's no problem. I'm Chris, and these are my boys, Will and Lou." Will and Lou nodded and waved. "I'm Karen," I said and smiled. Chris and I got to know each other after that. I loved that he was driven and masculine. He was about something, a real man. It was a huge change from the boys pretending to be men who usually approached me. Back then, I was reckless and irresponsible. Then Chris came into my life and showed me that I needed to calm down and think about my future, and not only about my past. I toned down my hard partying. I quit smoking weed and cigarettes. I stopped drinking to the point of throwing up and passing out, and focused more on school and improving my life. In some ways, Chris saved me. He taught me to want more for myself, and I was truly grateful for that. When we first started dating, there were several times when my immaturity almost drove him to leave me. Sometimes I'd relapse and go back to my party girl ways. My last big fuck-up happened senior year. He was the first person I called that night. "Chris, please don't be mad at me." I gripped the phone tightly, mentally preparing myself for his reaction. What's going on?" Chris asked groggily. It was 2:00 in the morning. "Chris, please wake up, baby. I need you. I got arrested. I'm in jail." "What did you say? You're where?" I sighed, knowing that Chris was going to give me some long-ass speech about me fucking up again. Ugh, I hated it when he lectured me. "Let's speed this up," said the blonde douchebag cop, rolling her eyes and tapping her feet. I ignored her and continued talking to Chris. "I'm in one of the holding cells at the 114th Precinct. They're taking me to Central Booking. I got arrested for DUI. Chris sighed. There was a long pause before he spoke again. I thought the call had got disconnected. "Chris?" "Yeah, I'm here. What happened?" "I was partying in Queens. I ended up smoking." "Smoking weed?" "Yes, Chris, I was smoking weed. Anyway, I guess it was stronger than I thought because the cops said they saw me swerving and running red lights. Anyway, I got pulled over on my way home and the cops smelled the weed on me. When they searched my car, they found some bags." "How much is some, Karen?" Chris had that tone in his voice that made me feel like a child. "I bought a couple of